The very next day after my daughter's wedding, I kept my late husband's $8 million inheritance hidden, and when my son-in-law showed up with a strange financial agreement, my heart sank. But when the truth finally came out, everything changed. The morning after my daughter's wedding, when I saw that thick envelope on the kitchen table with my late husband's signature seal on it, my breath caught in my throat. $8 million in inheritance. I had buried that secret in my chest for a year. And that same day my new son-in-law, Evan, was standing at my door holding a strange financial agreement in his hand. He spoke to me like I was a clerk behind a window, not the woman who had raised the bride he married hours earlier. "We just need your signature, Margot. It's better for the family," he said, slipping into a tone that tried to sound respectful but landed like pressure. My body still ached from the long night before, the dancing, the hosting, the quiet crying I did alone after the guests left. My daughter, Lily, was upstairs sleeping in the guest room, her hair still stiff with hairspray, her face soft with the kind of joy only a wedding gives. She believed her future was bright. She believed she had married a man she could trust. I slid the envelope into the drawer before Evan could glance at it. The papers in his hand were labeled Family Investment Trust, filled with dense legal language, fine print, and one clause that froze my blood. Any future inheritance belonging to Lily would be transferred into a joint investment account fully controlled by Evan. I asked him directly, "What is this?" He gave a salesman's smile. "I found a big opportunity in real estate. The market's rising. If we position Lily's future inheritance now, we can double it in 3 years." Future inheritance. How did he know anything existed? I kept my face calm, but my heart rattled inside me. No one knew about David's hidden investments, not even Lily. In the final months of his life, my husband kept those funds separate, telling me with a tired squeeze of my hand, "Tell her when the time is right. People will come for it if they know." After he died, the medical bills chewed through everything we had saved. Cancer costs more than anyone warns you about. I sold my small hair salon. I gave up our house and moved into a smaller apartment. I worked nighttime diner shifts so Lily could finish college without debt. But I never touched the $8 million. I imagined it as her safety net, something that would free her from ever relying on a man the way I once had. Trying to stay steady, I asked, "How do you know she has an inheritance?" He shrugged. "Just common sense. David was a smart guy. Everyone knows he had investments." Everyone knew? A lie. Only our accountant knew. And he'd retired and disappeared to Arizona. Suddenly I remembered a phone call from 3 weeks earlier. A man claiming to call on behalf of one of David's former business partners. "We need to update some paperwork," he said. I had hung up immediately. I was tired of people circling around me like vultures. I closed Evan's folder. "I'm not signing anything without letting a lawyer look at it." His expression tightened. "You don't trust us." "Trust is earned," I said quietly. That evening I called Mr. Harper, the attorney who had handled David's affairs. He had scaled back his practice, but he always picked up the phone for us. The next afternoon we sat in his old office surrounded by framed certificates that had yellowed with age. He read through the contract, slid his glasses down, and looked at me with a seriousness that made my stomach drop. "This transfers full financial control. If Lily signs it, Evan can legally use the money however he chooses. Even in a divorce, he'd walk away with a significant portion." I felt dizzy. But how could he know? Mr. Harper spoke gently. "Someone leaked information, or he's bluffing, hoping you'll reveal the truth yourself." I made my decision right there. Some revenge is loud, but some is quiet. Sharp. Precise. I didn't tell Lily. Not yet. I needed to understand who Evan really was before dropping the weight of that secret on her shoulders. So the next week I invited him over for dinner. Simple meatloaf, mashed potatoes, nothing special. "I've been thinking," I said over the table. "If there is an inheritance, I might put it into a charitable trust. David always wanted to support the Children's Cancer Ward." Evan froze mid-bite. "Charity? That money is for family." "Children with cancer are still family," I replied calmly. His jaw tightened. He pulled Lily aside afterward. Later she came crying into my room. "Mom, Evan says you don't want us to start our life. That you want control." I hugged her as she trembled. "Sweetheart, money doesn't give freedom. Sometimes it traps people. 2 days later, Evan confronted me when Lily wasn't home. If you don't hand that money over, I'll tell Lily you lied to her. She'll never forgive you. For the first time, he showed me who he really was. And for the first time, my fear evaporated. I pulled out the real envelope. The truth is, Evan, the money is in an irrevocable trust. Lily is the sole beneficiary. And until she turns 35, no one, not even she, can touch it. His face drained of color. You tricked us. No, I said steadily. I protected my daughter. That night, I sat Lily down and told her everything. David's illness, his secret investments, his dream of securing her future, my fear that people would take advantage of her. She listened quietly, tears sliding down, but not from anger, more from realization. Then how did Evan find out? She asked. The answer came quickly. One of Evan's friends, a junior analyst at a bank, had poked around old account records. Not illegal, but deeply unethical. When Lily confronted Evan, I waited outside in the car, letting her choose how to end that chapter. Minutes later she emerged with bags in her hands. She didn't look broken. She looked awake. Months passed. Together we started a small foundation, nothing flashy, just enough to cover medical bills for 2 families each year. Lily began teaching finance at a community college, laughing when she said, "People need to learn to read contracts before signing them." I still live in this modest apartment. I pay my bills. I sleep with a quieter heart. Life isn't a movie where villains fall and heroes rise dramatically. Nothing magical happened. But something important did. I taught my daughter how to draw a boundary. Revenge wasn't destroying Evan. Revenge was making sure he didn't win. And the truth reshaped more than our bank account. It reshaped the kind of people we allowed into our future, into our hearts, into the parts of ourselves we protect most fiercely. If this story moved you or reminded you how important it is to protect the people we love, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support truly means everything. Thank you for watching, for caring, and for being part of this community.